Now here I begin with the explanation of the lining epithelium or the lining of the gut. Basically, what is the normal histological structure of the gut? Then if you see the normal structure, it can be divided into, if you just cut a section, it can be divided into mucosa, submucosa, muscularis externa and serosa. Okay. Then mucosa further, it is divided into lining epithelium, which is this one, which can be columnar, which involves the majority of the gut, or it can be stratified squamous epithelium, which is basically present in the esophagus as well as the distal end of the anal canal. Then the second layer is the lamina propria, which is basically the connective tissue which supports the above epithelium, lining epithelium. Third layer is muscularis mucosa. These all three forms the layer of the mucosa. Muscularis mucosa is the smooth muscles. Okay, this is a thin layer of the smooth muscle. Then second layer, which is submucosa. This submucosa forms a supportive loose areolar tissue which forms a great support for the above layer, that is the mucosa. Then third layer is the most thickest layer, that is the muscularis externa, which is the most strongest and the most thickest layers, which is basically involved in the contractile functions of the gut and all. Then serosa. Serosa is the outermost layer. Okay. There are certain terms that can be used in the whole of the gut, that is the mucosal folds, especially it is seen in the large intestine. What actually is the mucosal folds? Mucosal folds is the submucosa which involves the submucosa which extends into the mucosa. This fold involves the whole of the layer of the mucosa as well as submucosa. Rest other two layers are not involved. Then crypts. What is crypt? Crypt is basically invagination of the lining epithelium into the lamina propria. No other layers is involved. Okay. Just the above two layers of the mucosa is involved. Submucosa is not at all involved. The lining below submucosa is also not involved. That is known as crypt. Just the opposite of crypt is the villi. If you just convert it into that, okay, take a mirror image, then this epithelial lining, it's like finger-like projections, which is lined by the lining epithelium, having a core of the extended lamina propria inside it. Here also it is the same. Muscularis mucosa is not involved. Here also muscularis mucosa or the layer below it is not involved. Okay.